Today, myself and a few others Call of Duty Zombies creators got together to list a few things in which we have learned over the thousands of hours that we have spent on this beautiful franchise. Before we dive into the things that we've learned over the years, please consider giving a subscribe to all of the creators who took part in this video. Links to all their channels will be in the descriptions below, and without further ado, let's go.
What have I learned over the course of the years I've been playing COD Zombies now? To be honest, a lot of stuff. But something I do want to share because it's a really easy thing to catch yourself doing that can completely be avoided most of the time. And that thing is making sure your back is clear when you go to do things like drink a perk, or pack a punch, or buy a weapon off the wall. One, you're having your back turned to the horde, and two, you're going to be in an animation that you can't get out of most likely, so it can result to things like this happening. Yeah, don't let stuff like that happen. You don't want to be that guy. So the next time you go to pack-a-punch your weapon in that tight spot, and you think you can pull it off, or when you go to buy Jug in that risky location, or you decide to go and turn your back to buy a wall weapon that's in a corner, heed my advice and remember, it'll save not only your life in-game, but also out of game, because if stuff like this keeps happening, it will destroy every brain cell you own.
My biggest lesson that I've learned is that when you get mad when playing zombies, you'll play even worse. Kinda learned that the hard way. Millions of points I lost because of the sisters is just insane. They are truly one of the bosses of all time. This next one is more real, but learn to appreciate what you have right now, because one day you will want the things you have while we're speaking. I know we all get nostalgic for Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, and even World at War or Black Ops 1, but maybe one day we'll be nostalgic for Vanguard, I guess. The point that I'm trying to say is, I wish there was a way to know you're on the good old days before you actually left them.
Hello, this is Mar from Mar&Justin on YouTube. One thing that I've learned about Call of Duty Zombies is that it is more fun when you play with your friends, unless they leave you behind on the transit bus, which has happened to me. This also applies to Shadows of Evil as well. Don't do that, but play with your friends, it's a lot of fun.
Hey, what's going on everybody? Jason here, and these are things I've learned after countless hours of experiencing Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty Zombies has heavy themes strewn across multiple games and storylines, but one of the takeaways I've had from Call of Duty Zombies is the reinforcement of the idea that you are in control of how you perceive and react to the world around you. In a literal sense, the player controls the character and there are multiple ways to play zombies. But in a map like Mob of the Dead, for example, you can directly change the outcome of the ending of the story by breaking the cycle. In Mob of the Dead, you can alter the ending so that the same loop doesn't repeat itself, depending on which ending you choose. I noticed that people are caught in their own mental loop that restricts their mindset. There are so many people out there bogged down by the inanities and bleak nature of the modern world, it gets exhausting to keep up with the negativity. However, your outlook and the way you play your game of life can break the cycle and triumph over the redundant outcomes of complacency and, in some cases, resentment. Breaking the cycle can mean many things to many people. Overcoming a vice, correcting one's behavior, cutting off things that drain your motivation, or burying a version of yourself to allow a rebirth of yourself. Mob of the Dead is a representation of limbo and purgatory, and oftentimes we put ourselves in our own mental limbo within the tangible world. The purgatory being a state of spiritual anguish dependent on one's drive, or lack thereof in this circumstance, to make peace with themselves through great effort. And, like I said before, you are in control of how you view and react to the world around you. Your negative behavior can be corrected, and you can break out of your own personal limbo and purgatory. But you need to find it within yourself to pursue that goal. In summary, if your life perception appears bleak and repetitive with the same negative qualities affecting your perception and mental state, break the cycle.
My first time playing Call of Duty Zombies was all the way back in 2008 with the very first map, and everyone, including myself, would just try to survive by holding out and trying to survive as long as they could, usually in a corner somewhere, and everyone defending and holding their ground. What I eventually learned from the Syndicate project, actually, was a new strategy that could also be utilized, especially in higher rounds that would help you survive. Instead of just holding out, you could run trains, as they were called. This would allow you to gather up zombies and not just have to hold your ground, and allow you to survive a lot longer, and it's one of the most basic things you can learn in zombies to go to higher rounds, and it's something that I will obviously never forget.
No, by going last in this video, I should probably give some genuine gameplay gameplay related tips and tricks. You know, above the standard ones, like don't shoot all the bullets in your gun as it makes you melee faster. You can do all of the Apothicon sword symbols within a few parkour steps. Or that instead of spawning in a separate Brutus, you should utilize the Brutus you get from the Pack-a-Punch sequence on Blood of the Dead to open up the Chronorium room for the bird step. I know I should probably give some very straightforward tips and tricks, but in all reality, something that I've learned about Call of Duty Zombies is that I love this franchise. I find that I have discovered pieces of myself throughout these games throughout the years that I didn't know that were there. It has brought us together as a community through the creators, through the larger creators, no differences, and fans of the games and the game developers. We have all come together collectively as a community to share this solid passion that we have for this game mode, which started off as just a handful of zombies, a handful of windows, and a ray gun, has now blossomed into this industry-shattering passion that we all share. All in all, I am just very thankful to be here with all of you, with all of the creators that have joined in on this video, and with everyone watching this at home. We are the reason that this game mode still exists. It's our passion that is driving this, and honestly, I couldn't think of a better passion to be into. Well, with the goopy stuff out of the way, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all of the creators who pitched in on this video, and to say thank you, the viewer, for watching, as we really enjoyed making this video. It was a ton of fun to make. If you're new around here, please try giving a subscribe to not only us, but everyone who participated in today's video, as they're all incredible in their own ways. Comment down below any video suggestions you have for the future, but otherwise, thank you so much for coming out today, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you very much.